Ladies and gentlemen of the American Cherry Bulldog Nation and sports fans, welcome to the May 21st, 23 Sunday evening version of the Bulldog Sports Show. Yours truly, Eric Deters, with my buddy Nick Batiste. And I'm going old-time hockey tonight.
Old-time hockey. And everything.
The Chiefs, baby. Slapshot's the greatest hockey movie of all time.
I got to play.
It might be. You've seen Slapshot, haven't you, Paul Newman?
That's right. Yeah.
The Hanson brothers. They go out there and giving everybody enforcers. Chiefs, baby. All right. Top story, the Preakness, won by War Memorial. Do you have any comments that you would like to make before I do about the Preakness?
Other than Bob Baffert is back, baby, the gangster.
The gangster. Well, first off, War Memorial was the favorite, went out and got the lead, never relented. May's respectable third, not a bad race whatsoever. Bob Baffert has now broken the record for most. Preakness has won 8. And the jockey that was riding a War Memorial had never won the Preakness despite winning all these other races.
Right.
So, good for War Memorial for winning. Now, Bob Baffert, speaking of Bob Baffert, on the undercard, there was a horse of his that died, and everybody goes, oh! Yeah. Like every time a horse has to be euthanized now, they're going to try to blame the trainer. And by the way, there is something called the Horse Integrity and Safety Act, where Mitch McConnell and company federalized the horse business, the billionaires, the tracks, and it was supposed to make horse safety better. Well, they're obviously doing a lousy job based upon Derby Day and Preakness Day.
Well, these horses, they live like kings. They die like kings sometimes. He died on the battlefield. Would you want to die on the battlefield, really?
That's one way of putting it.
Sorry that he did, but, it was nothing nefarious happened. He broke his leg, and that's a question I had for you. Why can't a horse survive with a broken leg?
I'm glad you asked that.
I think I know, but...
Here's the reason why. Racehorses do not have good blood circulation down to their ankles, to their hoofs.
Oh.
So when they break, they cannot recuperate properly through blood circulating like physical therapy, like a normal break would be.
Okay. I thought that they could.
Now, in reality, by the way, I want you to know that do they have to be euthanized? No. It's truly what they consider putting out of their misery.
Humane.
But guess what? The horse could survive. It'd just be gimp.
So can they sleep laying down, or they have to?
No, they're standing up, man.
I first heard.
There's too much pain and misery for them. That's why they do it. But I want you all to know that if I was a horse and I broke my leg, I wouldn't want to be euthanized. Would you want to be euthanized?
Well, no, but if I had my choice of how to,
I stand with the horse.
Battlefield.
I stand with the horses. Stop euthanizing them. All right, the NBA. You know what? This is unbelievable.
I know.
The Heat goes into Boston Gardens, win 2 games, the first 2 games, and then the Nuggets win 2 at home. The Lakers almost had them game 2. But then Murray, 30 points the first half, and they beat them again. They're up 3-0 against the Lakers, put a fork in them.
It's not going as planned by the NBA, but I still hold true that it's going to be an interesting series. I don't know if they'll come back, Lakers and Celtics, but yeah.
They're good enough to.
They are.
If they would just guard Murray, maybe they ought to,
Jason Tatum doesn't show up. They're one of the best players in the NBA. 0 field goals in both games of the fourth quarter.
Send out an enforcer and go,
what is up with
to Murray? Knock him down a few times, all right? Okay, then the NHL, the Carolina Hurricanes are beating the Florida Panthers 2-0. Old-time hockey. And today, the Vegas Golden Knights tied up 1-1. They beat the Dallas Stars today 3-2. So it's all tied up. You got any comments about hockey? I know you don't, but I'll ask anyway.
All 4 games, or how many games, all went to overtime.
Correct.
First time in the history. The other night I watched the 4 overtime game.
We have some more first time in history things on our agenda today. We got a long agenda. All right. Doc Rivers. 76ers lose, they fire him.
Right.
Milwaukee, they fire him. That's what happens. Any comments about Doc Rivers? I say Doc Rivers, he makes it to the conference semifinals 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
And you lose 3 years in a row. You got to fire him.
Well, I told you.
You got to go in a different direction.
Only coach to lose 3 Game 7s in the history of the NBA in the playoffs. I think these coaches are going to sort of flip. Him and the guy
Milwaukee,
Arizona, or is it Arizona?
Arizona does not have a basketball team.
What's the city? What am I? I'm going
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah.
That could happen.
3 coaches are going to.
That could happen. And speaking of Popovich,
Told you.
the Spurs win the lottery.
Told you.
They are going to draft Wembanyama, the 7'5" superstar.
And
Do you believe it? The
Even the
Spurs
mainstream
get
media.
Tim Duncan number 2.
Right.
Ugh.
Even the mainstream media thinks there's something going on there.
Now, the Reds and Yankees played 3 games this weekend. The Yankees won all 3 of them. The crowds were huge. Tells you how the Yankees draw people in. But today, do you know what happened today during the Reds game, which has not happened?
I listened to most of it out in my garage. What happened?
2 managers both got thrown out in the same game. It's never happened.
Hey, I watched this series. The strike calls, Friday night, Saturday, they were awful.
Well, Bell and Boone both tossed today.
What
And, of course, Aaron Boone used to be for the Reds. Just bitching and complaining.
There was something. There was a home run.
But anyway, well, no. What Bell got thrown out today is there was a catch by the Yankees that he dropped it, and they said it was in foul ground, but it was really in fair ground. That was the big hoopla. It was in fair ground. It was in fair ground. Okay, college football video games. Okay, guess what? They're going to pay the players.
I didn't hear that.
Yes. So if you're an EA Sports video games college football player, you're going to get some coin. I say it's a good thing. What do you say?
I don't. I mean, I go back and forth on this, man. But I think it's going to lead to something we don't want to. We don't want to go there, man.
Something dark.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying,
man.
Nick? Is it going to be something dark?
Money involved.
Money involved. Young kids. I say the young kids are celebrities. Pay them. A's to Vegas. First the Oakland Raiders, now the Oakland A's look like they're heading to Las Vegas. One of the worst places in the world to live. Not.
Vegas?
No, I would love to live in Vegas.
Yeah.
I might move to Vegas. Why not? We'd have to do our show remotely. Unless you move there too,
I'll go.
and Josh moved there. We could just move the whole team there.
No property tax.
All right, this big shot quarterback, one of the apparently top in the country, RAIOLA, rhymes with areola, is going to Georgia. Any comments about that? Georgia keeps recruiting well.
He's not.
Will Georgia never lose another college championship? Are they going to win 10 in a row now?
Buckeyes will win before.
Oh, you and your Buckeyes.
So this Raiola, is this the UK kid?
No, that's not the UK kid.
Lexington.
He's coming. We're going to get to that. All right. Tiger Woods' ex. Her non-disclosure, the court says, nah, baby, nah. It's enforceable. That wench trying to get his money? Come on. Sad story, Jim Brown died. The great NFL football player. Some believe he was the greatest football player of all time. Was it 8 or 9 seasons he played? He played 9 seasons.
Forget about him.
He was the great. What if he would have played 15? Oh, my God.
The genius of Jim Brown. He retired at his apex, won a championship for Cleveland, and he was a legend for 59 years.
That's a good point.
59 years.
Movie star.
Slept with
Had a nude scene in a movie with Raquel Welch.
Man, he had it. What a life that guy.
What a life he had, man. Wore that little hat that he wore around, giving black people advice all the time.
Took his hand at a Browns game one time.
Involved in scandals, it didn't matter. It's Jim Brown.
Threw his girlfriend out a window.
I mean, it's Jim Brown. Who threw you out the window? Jim Brown. Well, we're sorry, we can't arrest him. It's Jim Brown. You're under arrest for accusing Jim Brown of throwing you out the window. Now, Bruce Miller is this young 49ers linebacker who retired early because of all the hits and concussions. He didn't want to do it. He sent out a tweet saying, Eric Swalwell, you belong in Guantanamo Bay or executed SWALWELL, who was fooling around with Fang Fang Bang Bang, because he is a spy. SWALWELL reports it to the Capitol Police. Tells on him.
You're kidding.
No.
Man, I should have done show prep. You
should have.
I don't know.
Well, you were too busy fixing those lamb chops for your friends to come over tonight to do show prep. But Eric SWALWELL is a he was sleeping with Fang Fang Bang Bang. That's why Bruce Miller said it.
Okay.
I stand with Bruce Miller. Who do you stand for?
Bruce Miller.
All right. Dodgers Pride Night apparently got canceled. They were these gross drag queen junk stuff that they were doing. It was just too much even for Los Angeles.
The Catholic League, the nuns called the Dodgers and said, please don't have this, because they dress up as nuns and ridicule nuns. So excellent. I stand behind that.
Nuns have power.
Pride night.
Nuns have power. I stand with the Catholic nuns. Pray for me. All right. The 30-second putt. Did you see this?
I did see.
Oh, my God, this putt. It didn't show like the Nike, like Tiger Woods putt did that one time. But this putt just hung there. And it finally went in.
Yeah, and I can't believe they let it, because there's a 10-second once you approach the ball. But his partner, I forget who it was.
Did they blow on it?
Said, just hold on. I think it was Rory, possibly.
All right, here we go. Michael, this is your Michael Block makes an ace at the PGA. This is your story. You wanted to edit. I know nothing about it.
Best sports story of the day. I mean, I was captivated by this guy. This guy is one of those PGA club professionals, right?
Okay.
So he had to win a tournament, a qualifying tournament, to get to. This is the second major, by the way, of the year, of the four. To just get to the tournament. He makes the cut, which is highly unlikely in a major, and then he plays very, very well, and the crowd's behind him the whole way. On number 15, he hits a 175-yard shot into the cup, destroys the hole on the way in, didn't even bounce. Boom, in the hole.
Par 3?
Yeah.
And he does a hole-in-one.
He had a hole.
That never happens on professional golf.
The best part of it, on 18, he hits the ball into the rough, and he needs 2 shots to par the hole to be an exempt for next year, which is going to be in Louisville.
Look, Willow joined the show. Hi, Willow.
Hey.
Go ahead.
And he hits it out of the rough, 8 feet away, hits one of those leaning putts. It goes in. The crowd goes crazy.
So he gets to play on a tournament next year.
You guys,
he gets to play in a tournament next year?
Yeah, the PGA, plus another exemption for something.
UK basketball's only got 7 players to play next year so far. Ware's now left for Villanova. Everybody's leaving Calipari. Yeah. And guess what? The transfer portal, no one's coming in. They're like, hey, why those? Can you mention these players? Can you mention them talking, Lance Ware? Like, why are you leaving? Calipari sucks. Well, I ain't coming there.
I don't think
Calipari's in trouble.
It's the NIL. I mean, they would have to have one of the biggest NILs, right?
You would think.
That's what it's about.
And Cutter BOLEY, who is from Lexington Christian Academy, 5-star quarterback, recruited by some big schools, has chosen to stay home and play for the University of Kentucky. UK's becoming a football school. Will Buckeyes become
the same thing?
Will Buckeyes ever become a basketball school?
I guess not. No. I mean, why would he do that?
You know what I call? I said the name wrong. I said War Memorial. It's National Treasure. What the Preakness. I screwed up right out of the gate. National Treasure. Blazing Sevens was second. Mage was third.
Yeah, it was pretty much chalk. I mean, really.
Unbelievable. Do you have anything else you'd like to add today?
Indy 500 next week. Watch that. That's great. They're going
the motor engines. All right. This has been yours truly, Eric Deters and Nick Batista. We got to throw a paper up. War Memorial won the Triple Crown long ago. My God, I am a pathetic sports commentary. It's National Treasure. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has her day. Have a great day.